The 2025 NBA draft first round unfolded exactly as many expected. Top talent Cooper Flag became the first overall pick, while Ace Bailey, projected a top 3 pick, slid to number 5. Bailey was once pegged as a mid-lottery pick. When it came to Ace Bailey, questions about his size, he's measured at 6'7" and listed as 6'10", decision-making and turnover issues, a sub 1 assist for 2 turnover ratio, marked and sparked a dramatic drop, along with some strange drama about where he wanted to land. But meanwhile, interesting selections like the Pelicans locked up top scorer Jeremy Fears, a net betting on passing maestro Igor Damin, have experts debating whether these steals, shakes or splashes will have defined the night. But these aren't the biggest winners and losers. So onto the winners, we have the Dallas Mavericks and Mavericks fans. Losing Luka Doncic rocked the Dallas Mavericks fan base and the fans, with outrage spilling over GM Nico Harrison all season long. But the Mavericks, armed with the number 1 overall pick, landed Cooper Flag, a move that would have immediately shifted the tides and made the Dallas Mavericks fans change heart. Cooper Flag joins an elite core of Kyrie, Clay, Anthony Davis, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, offering a potent blend of star power, NBA readiness and a commercial buzz. It's a launchpad for the Dallas Mavericks' next era, both on the court and for tickets and shot sales. This was always going to be a grade A+ for any team that got the number 1 overall pick, but this is especially important for the Mavericks fans who were very unhappy when they saw Luka Doncic get traded in exchange for Anthony Davis, and this one will serve the new era or even mark the new era in the Dallas Mavericks franchise. The next winner is the San Antonio Spurs, so locking in Dylan Harper to complement Victor Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle anchors their long-term rebuild. Harper's playmaking and size fits seamlessly into a vision built around defense and future upside. However, the Spurs did not receive an A+ because of the fact that they missed out on Cooper Flag, but Harper still is a very raw and easily the second best player in the draft. Harper's fit in San Antonio is in question moving forward, but we expect the Spurs to figure it out as they move forward. Then we have the Utah Jazz. Selecting Ace Bailey at number 5 gives Utah a top-tier scorer and modern wing, though whispers suggest that he wasn't fully on board with the destination. That slight hesitation knocked off a few points, but talent-wise, he's a strong addition, and the Jazz made the easiest choice. If they can convince Bailey to be happy in Utah, they'll have a more important asset on the team moving forward. The 5th overall pick has some players playing alongside. Ace Bailey is going to join a team that features Lauri Markkanen, Walker Kessler, Isaiah Collier, but he will likely be the one to become the only untouchable moving forward. Cooper Flag is the biggest winner. Summer Workhouse lifted him up, the Mavs insider called him a complete beast, and Duke trusted him with high-stakes moments throughout the entire NCAA run. Rather than land in a rebuilding pit, Cooper Flag lands in a playoff-ready environment, poised to learn from Kyrie, Anthony Davis, and Klay Thompson. Flag is very fortunate to be in that position, to be in an immediate playoff contender, and if his stars on the team are healthy, he can be an impact player at any given point. Will it be possible if Cooper Flag is going to be the one who's going to carry the Rookie of the Year award? We'll have to wait and see about that. But the youngster has plenty of opportunity to learn the ropes from the veterans and also be received by the Mavs fans who are very disappointed with the whole Luka Doncic trade to the Los Angeles Lakers in exchange for Anthony Davis. So this is a reward that they're going to get, and hopefully the tides and the negative influence that the Mavs front office has had throughout the season can change. The Memphis Grizzlies. After trading away Desmond Bane, the Memphis Grizzlies swiftly replenished with Cedric Coward, a sharpshooter who averaged 41 from deep and brings diverse scoring, playmaking, and defensive growth. He carries upside to be the 3rd option next to Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. Essentially, the Grizzlies have swapped Desmond Bane for Coward and 4 first-round picks, so it wasn't the worst offseason in franchise history by any means. In fact, some argue that Coward could end up being a better fit for Memphis moving forward than Desmond Bane. Now on to the losers. In the losers, we're going to start off with Ace Bailey. So Ace Bailey didn't conceal his unhappiness over the Utah landing. He cancelled workout with multiple teams, including the Philadelphia 76ers, and has been notably selective. It was also alarming to see Bailey almost in tears when his name was being called up as the newest member of the Utah Jazz. Scouts raised flagged about his unpolished interviews and questionable decision-making. His assist-to-turnover ratio hovered around 0.8, and that showed in his narrow draft projection. That kind of leverage for a rookie speaks volumes, and not in a good way. He landed top 5, but rather than embrace it, Bailey's camp opted for control. Teams rarely take kindly to those demands before proving themselves, and I'm going to address the Ace Bailey situation in the next video that I'm going to make, so stay tuned to that. Then we have the New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelicans drafting Derek Quinn raised some eyebrows, burdened by conditioning issues and free throw shooting when he shoots 77%. Quinn's draft stock reportedly temporarily dinged at the combine, and scouts flagged his scoring footprint beyond the paint. In New Orleans, where high-octane performance is a prerequisite, Quinn appears more undersized and underdeveloped. Without a reliable jump shot or metabolic readiness, his fit alongside Zion Williamson's timeline seems misaligned. Overall, Quinn has risky upside, fits an uncertain timeline, and will be a questionable fit. Then we have the Portland Trail Blazers. Portland selected Anston Yang, a large Chinese 7-footer, and pairing him alongside Donovan Klingan, who could be electrifying, but it has to be seen if chemistry breeds success or trade talk. The fit is intriguing, a twin tower frontcourt that could shift the Blazers' identity. On the flip side, the suggestion of a swap down with Brooklyn hints at uncertainty. This was a very bold move, and you don't know why a twin tower pairing alongside the newly acquired Jrue Holiday made sense for Portland. Then we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota's pick of John Beringer screams raw project. Yes, he dunks with ferocity, but beyond that, there's little polish or pro readiness. With vets like Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle locked in, with Naz Reid signed to that huge extension, Beringer lacks an obvious role and needs foundational minutes to grow. This selection will not rank higher because the potential looks promising, but without a role plan, the potential might stall, and there's a huge likelihood that this might be a flop. The Miami Heat likely hope to secure a player of Walter Clayton Jr.'s talent, who went number 18th overall, but instead landed Kasparas Giacoionis, whose readiness to run an NBA backcourt remains questionable. Instead of a high upside point guard to spell or pro Tyler Hero, Miami's pick feels like a backup plan. This selection didn't support a defined need, and the upside doesn't justify it. The Miami Heat need a point guard, and it's great if they had drafted one, but the roster isn't looking too impressive heading into the 2025-2026 season. So that's all I got for you guys. So those are the biggest winners and losers of the 2025 NBA draft. So comment below what you think about this in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notified because I'm going to be releasing a ton of content of this nature. And I'm out. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out.